Hi folks, Simon here. I do apologise that this information is a day or so late, but I've only recently been getting back from my holiday and it's all been a bit hectic around here. Anyhow, today, some Final Fantasy VII tidbits, at last. Now, it isn't much, but you know what we Final Fantasy fans are like. We'll grasp our claws into anything. And there's two bits of news that I want to share with you. First off, Tetsuya Nomura, the game director himself, has stated that next month, so June from the perspective of the time of making this video, they are planning to publish information related to Final Fantasy VII's 25th anniversary. He went on to say, I wonder how much I'm allowed to share about it, but next month we will publish various things. And that's pretty much what Nomura had to say. He didn't, clarify what they're going to be doing in terms of these celebrations, but of course, we're all thinking of Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2. However, don't get too hyped up just yet because Yoshinori Kitase had already said earlier this year that the development team would like to reveal Part 2 this year, but only if possible, which makes me think that even if we do get a reveal for Part 2 in 2022, it's still going to be a ways off. And of course, it seems the main focus for the next big Final Fantasy entry for Square Enix is currently riding on Final Fantasy XVI, and we were told to expect some big news for Final Fantasy XVI this spring, and let's be honest, we're pushing to the end of spring now, so hopefully that news is going to be coming soon. I'm not saying we won't get any FF7R Part 2 news next month, I'm just not counting on it right now. So if that is the case, and this isn't about Part 2, then what is it that Tetsuya Nomura is talking about with various Final Fantasy VII announcements? Well, that brings us to the second piece of news that I want to share with you today, and that is that 2 new trademarks have been discovered. And the first of these 2 trademarks has been labelled as Final Bar Line. Obviously, no additional information is available as to what this title may refer to, what the project is about, but that hasn't stopped people from speculating. And the phrase Final Bar Line is kind of potentially a musical phrase. Those of you that know about music will know that the final bar is the last bar in a musical composition. So is this going to be some kind of rhythm game? Quite possibly. It wouldn't be the first rhythm game in the Final Fantasy franchise. And let's just be honest, based on the name, that's pretty much the best guess we're going to be able to come up with right now. But if you do have any other ideas or theories, then by all means share them below. I will certainly be intrigued to discover them. And the other trademark, the second, is Labyrinth Striker. There's not much in that name that's going to give us any hints as to what that project is going to be about. But once more, set in the Final Fantasy VII universe, what do you think Labyrinth Striker is going to be? Again, please do share your thoughts. So on top of 2 potential new reveals next month, we do of course have the ongoing development of First Soldier. I know that some of you have been really enjoying that. And there is also the looming Ever Crisis, which I'm intrigued by. I am looking forward to learning more about that particular project, and I hope that Square shares some details with this anniversary celebration next month also. So certainly I would love to learn about Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 and the direction that the game and the story is going to be going in after the end of Part 1. But even if Square are not ready to talk about that next month, there is still plenty on the horizon for Final Fantasy VII. As they say, there has never been a better time to be a fan. Lots of exciting times ahead. But that's the update for you guys. I hope it's been helpful. If it has, don't forget to drop a like and subscribe to my YouTube channel for future news announcements, along with various walkthroughs and Final Fantasy guides as well. Have a great day, everybody. Thank you so much to everybody who's been supporting the channel as YouTube members and patrons, and I'll see you next time.